Lifestyle Transitions Coach Inez Bracy is here. Good morning, Inez.
Good morning, Bill.
So good to have you here.
It's always a pleasure.
Today, we're talking about the boss and what to do. Yeah, let's talk about the boss. We better be careful,
Yes.
Particularly if the boss happens to be younger than you are. And you know, if you last long enough and you keep the paychecks coming, sooner or later, the boss man or woman is going to be younger than you are. So is that difficult? Can that be a problem?
It can be difficult, and it can be a problem if you make it one.
How so?
If you're looking at the boss because the boss is younger, I know more, let me tell him how to run this job, let me tell him what to do, and not listen. So I think whenever you are working with a younger person, it's very important that you keep the lines of communication open, but also to really know what the expectations are for you on the job.
So if you come in with this attitude that, hey, this kid doesn't know anything, I've been doing this for 150 years, there's no way, be open-minded and say, okay, what can I, when I just got out of school, when I started, I had something to bring to the table.
That's true.
You say keep communication open. How do you do that?
By listening. Listening is key. And I think I've talked about this before because so many times we go in and we want to just tell everybody what to do. So rather than telling, you want to listen to what the younger boss is saying to you, and you want to be understanding of what they're saying. And even though you think, oh, I wouldn't do it that way, I would do it differently, keep the lines open and you get the opportunity to tell them a different way if they are willing to listen, or do it the way they say. You
are such a positive, you're the patron saint of positive energy. How do you stay positive if you perceive your ship listing in a sea of negativity?
One of the things you do is choose. You choose to be positive no matter what. And when you make that choice, when all this sea of negativity is going on around you, you just stand firm in your positiveness and don't even let it get into your psyche. Because once you start to buying into, oh, the boss is doing this and I don't like it, you can go down a slippery slope and it's their problem, but it becomes your problem. And next thing you know, both of you out the door. It's sort of like something I learned from you in one of our conversations. And I remember you said you can't control their action, but you can control your reaction. Exactly. So if you choose to react positively, then that's what you can do. What about options? There are always options. Keep your options open. And your options on your job, you're looking around to see where you could better fit doing something else. And that's an option. Or you're looking outside to see, especially if you're unhappy. You want to find out what I can do someplace else. Keep your options always open. Is it dangerous to, we're talking about... But keep it to yourself. I mean, you don't have to tell everybody, oh, I'm looking for a job. Right, you don't want your resume left in the copying machine. Exactly. Like, oops, sorry, let me put that over here. Yeah. Back to the younger boss, and if the boss tends to be younger, young enough to maybe even be your grandson or granddaughter, is it not a good idea to treat him or her as a granddaughter affectionately, lovingly, sweetly, condescendingly? All that sounds really good, Bill, but I got to tell you, this is the workplace. She is not your granddaughter. And you want to keep it professional. It can be a warm relationship, but keep it professional so that you never have to worry about what you're doing. With your granddaughter, you're all loving, you're sharing all your secrets, you're telling them about... You don't want to do that with your boss. You want to make sure you keep it professional. I know you are a big advocate of saying, this is not happy hour. That doesn't mean that you can't be happy in your hours at work, but this is not a church social. This is a place of business. It's important to see that in your own mind. Yes, it's very important because once you start looking at it as a business, you will treat it like a business, and you will maintain your professionalism throughout the day. Even though you're happy, you're joyous, that's all fine. But you still want to maintain professionalism. Let's rewind and recap. Are you ready? Yes, Fasten your seatbelts. When the boss is younger, you need to define expectations. What does that mean? That means what is expected of you on this particular job. Communicate openly means? Means to have a great communication system where you listen and you chat and you embrace what's being said. Stay positive. All the time. Practice positive affirmations. Give me a positive affirmation before we say goodbye. I love my job. I love my job. Keep your options open. Yes. And she is not your granddaughter or he is not your grandson. Yes. Good advice when the boss is younger. And more probably is happening, more likely to be happening. You've got a special offer for everybody out there watching Morning Blend. What is this? The Morning Blend special offer is you can receive a 15-minute free personal coaching session with me. Totally free. Just email me at inez@inezbracy.com.
You got a couple of opportunities to meet up.
Yeah.
Are we meeting up with you?
Yes.
Oh, are you going to be at the meetup?
I'm going to be at the meetup.
At the Greet Up?
At the
Is
Greet
it a
Up.
meetup? Greet down? Here we go. Here's one coming up on March 5th. The Spice Meetup. What is this, Inez?
Spice, sassy, phenomenal, inspired, conscious, empowered woman. And we're having a meetup at the Mystic Sea in Dearborn Street in Inglewood on March 5th from 2 to 3:30.
If you don't get enough spice at that one, then you can go back on March 11th.
March 11th, you can go to the Labyrinth on South Cleveland Avenue in Fort Myers, and that's from 7 to 8:30 p.m. I'd love to have you join me there.
All right, I got a positive affirmation for you. I love my Inez.
Thank
How
you,
about
sweetie.
that? And I can't
love
wait
my
to
Bill.
see you the next time.
Thank
Hey,
you.
if you have questions for this delightful lady on career advice, Inez is willing to help you out. You can email her. Here's her email address, Inez@inezbracy.com, or you can send it to us and we'll send it to her. There's our email address. It's feedback@fox4morningblend.com.
Up next, we wrap up today's show, but first, one last check of Wednesday's Fox forecast, and then the blend is right back.